guys, I'm back with my new episode of the 10 metal bands you haven't heard but should series. If you're not familiar with it, I talk about bands I don't think everyone's heard yet, and if you have, awesome. That means sort of the bands are doing well anyway. So first on Hell's Headbangers we have Whipstriker, who are sort of like a black and thrashy, kind of very in your face, kick your teeth in the morning to a cup of coffee kind of band. It's a really great album. You should definitely check it out if you want something very aggressive. Next, the other cassette is the new Xalpen album, which is called that, maybe Wild Couture, mate, or something like that. I probably butchered that, so I'm very sorry, on Morbid Skull Records. It features the bass player, I believe, from Vatane, so that's kind of cool. Really good, raw, bleak, dark black metal release. Very interesting and kind of unique sound to it. Next, on Extreme Music, for fans of Bolt Thrower, Memoriam, Benediction, stuff like that, is Grisly from Sweden with their new album on Extreme Music. I think I said that, the Spectral Voice. Really great album, and the only other person I've seen talk about this is Gore Crazy on his blog. So I don't think many people have actually discovered this band, but it's a really good album, so you're missing out if not. Next is Outer Heaven with their, I believe, debut album, Realms of Eternal Decay. That is what it, yeah, on Relapse Records. This is some, like, stunningly grisly, who I was talking about, death metal, really cool, and an amazing debut release, although I need to recase this one. Next, I think more of you will know this one, which is on Dark Descent Records. Scorched, I believe, talked about it, who's probably the YouTuber out of all of them I've found the most new bands from, so much love to Brandon. He's a really cool guy, he really knows his stuff. This is the new Hyperdontia album, Nexus of Teeth, on Dark Descent Records. This is some hideously dark and sort of dingy death metal with members from Turkey and Denmark, which is sort of a very interesting international setup. Next, I've been listening to a lot of old school death and death doom, so there's a reason other than the Xalpen and Whipstriker one, it's going to be dominantly death and death doom. And talking of death doom, on Gods of War production, so I had to check that, the new Eternal Rot album, stroke EP. It's 4 tracks, but it's 26 minutes, so you could sort of go either way with that. But it's really good death doom, super sort of harsh, in your face, kind of raunchy sound to it. I really like this one, and I've only had it about 2-3 days, so yeah, that's definitely worth checking out, called Cadaverine. And then we have on Dark Descent Records again, Eroded Corridors of Unbeing by Spectral Voice. This actually came out last year, I believe. I need to recase this as well, that's come apart. But I got this I bought this after Kat from Uncoffin did a trade with Dark Descent Records. I bought this off her, and it's sometimes harder to get the American releases in Europe without paying stupid amounts of postage, but thankfully she sorted me out with this album for a very good price, and I really enjoy it. And although it's not that new, I've seen some people talk about it, like, on Instagram and stuff, but I don't know, I think it deserves some more love. Next, another Hell's Headbangers release, we have Children of the Atom by Bonehunter. This is some really good sort of blackened, thrashy punk. I actually have a letter and signed note from Satanicist. He sent me a very nice note and letter, which was kind of him. And I actually got a note as well on this same day or the day after from Harry from Hooded Menace with a Horse Latitude CD, which it's always nice to get these things. But yeah, Bonehunter, again, like Whipstriker, if you want something that'll kick your head in the morning, check this out. Both on Hell's Headbangers, a consistently great label. And another great label that everyone gives all the love to, on 20 bucks spin, we have the new Scorched album, Ecliptic Butchery, I think I'm saying that right. This is actually, I think, one of the best death metal records this year. I mean, it's on the same label as Tomb Mold, Torturac, Extremity. Who put out an album very recently? There was Dead Bird, and there was another one. I can't remember, 20 Buck Spin have been plugging along on Instagram, so just follow them. They've been putting out killer releases left, right, and centre. And this Scorched album is definitely one of them. And finally, on Transcending Obscurity Records, and friends of mine who I recently was hanging out with at Bloodstock Festival, they put on a blinding set on the Sophie Lancaster stage. De Profundis with their new album, The Blinding Light of Faith. It's some really well written, it's excellent production. It's Black and Death, I would say, but with some, like my friend Paul, who's the lead guitarist, he's a guitar teacher, he has extremely good theoretical knowledge, so there's it's not progressive inherently, but the fact that the whole band are incredibly skilled musicians does shine through. It's much less primal than a lot of bands in the genre, so if you want something with higher production value, but some blinding black and death metal that sings about sort of the danger of religion, De Profundis is for you. They're a really good UK band, and Transcending Obscurity have been killing it with including Cruel, who I've talked about plenty, with this Rituals t-shirt that I'm now wearing. So yeah, check out these bands if you haven't already. And I do want to, I forgot to do this actually, and if I can find it, I completely randomly got a cassette in the mail the other day, which some of you may have heard about on my Instagram. I don't know how they got my address. It came from the US, and the postage showed that it was sort of a relatively expensive thing to post to where I live. And yeah, I don't believe I've ordered from the label or band before, so how my address came to be in their possession, I don't know, but it's that coupled with the kind of very strange album cover sort of put me on edge, but at the same time, I thought it was really a cool thing to do, which is Cruel Master with Demo 4. It's actually an amazing demo, so this isn't sort of part of the video, but I do want to give Cruel Master or Cavernous Records a shout out, whoever sent me this. If you come forward, just give me a message on Instagram or something, natskog_JSK for my name, Jürgen Sven Kirby, and I'll, send you a thank you and have a chat or whatever, because I really appreciate this. If you do want to send me stuff for whatever reason, I don't make YouTube videos that regularly. I write more on my blog, www.natskog.wordpress.com, but if you do want to send me stuff, just message me, tell me what it is, just for safety reasons, and I'll check it out. Anything physical, I guarantee I'll check out. Digital, I get sometimes 70 press kits in a day, so I can't always check out every one, but I do my best. But yeah, if you send me something physical, I will promise I check it out and post it. So thank you to whoever sent me this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video and discovered some new bands. Hopefully I won't have such a sort of hiatus, but I've been writing a lot, and I hope you have a great day. Stay brutal, and until next time.